Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me on this live stream. We're going to be looking at the markets again. So we've got our precious metals, we've got the four of them, we've got gold, we've got silver, platinum and palladium. Just want to thank everyone for watching my my last video there. We did the coin wall. So thanks so much for watching that. In case you've missed it, I will be adding it later on. At the top right hand corner of the screen, you will then see an eye there, which obviously you can press and you can then see my latest videos. So how is everyone doing today? We've got Coin Collector. Hey Coin Collector, we've got DB Stupid, says 8 AM here, headed to the office. We'll watch it, but later while I get things started for the week. So cool. How is Coin Collector doing? It was great chatting to you this morning there with World Stalker. We got some interesting developments today, actually. So I'm going to start off with silver. Silver started in the green this morning, which was very interesting considering gold was down again. So it was interesting to see that format. But what we are seeing here is we're seeing a reverse of exactly this downtrend here. And then we're seeing a bit more of an uptrend here in silver, which is very interesting. This is on the daily chart. So we're going to take a closer look here now. Initially in the last videos, what I said was what we're going to tend to see is we're going to see a fallback, ideally to this trend line, which I've put in place here. And we are currently seeing that. We had a bit of a sell-off today as well. Silver, I mean, it went up as high, I think it was about 1530, which was very interesting. I'm going to pull up that information now. Yeah, 1531, it went up as high as. So we had a fair bit of trading today. Initially in the green, it was about 3 cents in the green, and then all of a sudden turned red. So, and then it dropped down to a low of 1512. Well, currently silver price is at 1520. Currently priced as it is. So as I said, we were going to see a pullback, ideally to this sort of a line of strength. So we're going to see if this is. I said about 1510 was the ideal sort of support level, which we can see over here. So we're going to see how that goes. It's currently in a little bit higher. So this could be considered support to a degree. It's 50-50 whether this is going to make it, but we'll keep an eye on it. So silver currently 1520. We're going to have a look at gold. Now, gold pretty much started in the red straight away. There's a long candle there. It dropped down to a low of 1381. It's pulled back some. We're currently about 1390. Certainly, initially, what I said in the last video, I said that I wanted to see a higher gold price for a particular reason. Is because if we're going to be breaking through, the other support level was about 1398. Obviously, we broke through that, and then we're sitting about the 1390 or as low as 1381. So gold needs to find a support level in order to progress further up with. But again, we are pulling back, and hopefully this trend line maintains, and then we can perhaps see a bit of green tomorrow. That would be my thoughts on that. We're looking at platinum. Platinum today is looking pretty good. It's not up by much, but there has been a lot of buying and selling today. So platinum is at 836. I believe when we finished on Friday, we were looking at about 839, or it might even been at 835 because it started to go down at that level. But today's been an interesting day for platinum. We've been a high of 846, so breached that A40 resistance level and went up. So it's going to be very interesting if we look at the overall chart picture here. We are seeing, let's see, that was the 17th of June. So there is a bit of an uptrend forming in regards to platinum. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear there. If someone can just give me the thumbs up. Just want to make sure that that you guys can hear me. So we are looking pretty good for platinum currently at the minute. We're going to see how well this. So we're going to go into the 4-hourly at some point, and we'll see. We'll break it down from there. Palladium as well, not looking too bad. We're at 14, well, 14.6, or between $14 and $16 up on Palladium. So we're currently priced at $1,552. We're going to see a breakdown of that too. Right. Palladium having a beautiful run currently. This has pretty much been since the beginning of June, which is interesting. Very few sell-offs and more buying. So will it be maintained? There's got to be some degree of pullback, considering that our moving averages are far lower. So I would probably be expecting, if you look at the angle here, I suspect we'll probably see a pullback. But we'll keep an eye on that one as well. Sucker for silver. Sounds good, Limey. Got some platinum yesterday. Oh, nice one. Cool. Well, it was there we go. The open was, sorry, let's go and see the platinum figures. The open for platinum was 834. So it is currently up on the day. So that's where it ended on Friday, was 834. So a couple of dollars up. But overall, I think it's not looking too bad if we have a look here. So it'll be interesting to see if we can push up a little bit more. Try and break that 840 again. We did, but then we sort of retraced. So platinum, $836 currently announced. Coin Collector, he says, hey, you were late. I know. I apologize for that. I think I actually said 5 o'clock too. But anyway, so what I'll do is I'll just try and stay a little bit longer. Moving to crypto. Crypto has been an interesting day. A day of disappointment all round, I suppose. We've got the Bitcoin chart open here, and it's down another 375. So yesterday it was down, I think $500. So it's just, hopefully there's going to be an area of support that it's going to be able to either trade sideways on and then slowly start to move up, which I initially saw on the charts over the weekend, but it's down again today. The high for the day was 11,210, and the low, it actually broke the 10, but it's pulled back up. So I wonder if that personally it's a psychological barrier, the 10 grand mark for Bitcoin, and I sincerely hope it doesn't break through that, because even though it temporarily has, but it's pulled back. So hopefully we can maintain that 10 grand mark moving forward in order to build up. The open was 10,761. So initially it did actually go up to a degree, but there's some big selling pressure. But better now than later on again. So we're going to see. We'll keep ourselves. We'll definitely keep our mind open for that. Sucker for Silver says always in long-term upside there. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever goes down must come up. That's what I firmly believe. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. We've also got Ethereum as well, back down to about the 285 mark, which we saw essentially after the big sell-off there. When it reached its highs of about 350, we had a severe pullback to about this sort of level. So there's definitely support there, as we can see here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Hopefully it's going to maintain that level, something to build up on, go back up, attack that 300 mark, and slowly work back up again. As we can see here, this is on the hourly trade. It looks like we might be seeing I wouldn't say turnaround, it's a bit too early, but it's on the top mark of the it's sitting. It went as low as the 30-day moving average, thereabouts. So it's, if we have a look at the figures here, yeah, the low was 279, which was the 30-day, and then it bounced off that and went, I wouldn't say bounced off, but it took that as support perhaps and slowly to work its way up again. So it'd be great to see it. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can shed this sort of selling pressure on some of these assets. Ideally the 285 mark. We'll see what happens. XRP, another interesting one. Some sucker for silver in Tether now, so hoping for a drop to 8.5K. Still bullish trend though. Yeah, again, I think majority of everybody in whoever's in Bitcoin will, you know, obviously those who want to get in are the ones that are actually want to see a lower Bitcoin level, but from a psychological level, I think it would be negative, but and negative initially, but then Bitcoin's going to need a lot more effort to actually get through the 10 this time. So I'm hoping it's going to stick where it is. But we'll have to wait and see. XRP pretty much sub-bit trading sideways. Not much to that. Bit of green, bit of more red than green, obviously. I'll put a downtrend pattern in here, so it'd be interesting to see what happens today, tomorrow. Either it's going to go down further, or perhaps it might. I mean, whether it's going to go down much. It's had very good support around the 38-cent level, so I think it might be okay there. So it's either going to go up to around the 40 level or maintain its current position. Stacking Stormtrooper, how are you doing, man? Will Stalker's here as well. Get out, troop. You don't think I'd miss you, did you? How are you doing today, man? It was quite a good chat this morning. Okay, so let's look at cryptocurrency in general. If we look at the coin market cap is drastically reduced. So we were looking at, I think when Bitcoin was at its highest, we had about 373 billion, just in that last peak when it hit 13,900. So it's currently shed quite a bit. So we're going to see if that's going to maintain it. 24-hour volume is 87 billion. Bitcoin dominance has fell as well, which means some of the money is going into altcoins. Check this out. Chainlink down to 17.63. A lot of people ask me. Well, I saw people ask about that one and said, "What do you think of Chainlink?" And there was a huge spike. But when I looked at it, I was like, to me, it looks oversold, and it's going to be coming down. And what do you know? It's down 17%. So interesting one, that one. Okay, Bitcoin down 7.48 to 10,322 with 28 billion volume. So not much volume at the minute. If we look at these volumes, they're very low. Ethereum 10 billion, beg your pardon. XRP 1.7 billion. Litecoin a fair amount of volume, but again, that was another one I was watching. Is when I think it was over the weekend, we had a fair move in Litecoin, and I was looking at it and thinking, there's too much of a depression at the minute to warrant that. And I was thinking it's more of a pump and dump. As far as I was looking at it, I was like, it's going to be a short term, and there will be some degree of a pullback. And what do you know? It's down 9%. So initially, I saw it starting to go up. I was about to get in, and I thought, nah, I probably could have made. I wouldn't have made much because I would have only bought maybe 4 Litecoin, something like that. But it might have been quick $80. But I decided not to, and I kept my money elsewhere. So interesting. Ethereum is shown here at 283. Okay, it's 285 here. Okay, give or take something. But let's have a look. Stormtrooper. Not retyping what I just typed. Anyway, wanted to say hello, Limey. Got to run. Will Stalker, the Death Star is aiming at you. Stacking Stormtrooper says slow mode is on. I can't type my comments. Maybe I just did that just for you, buddy. What have you got planned for today? Will Stalker, are you headed back home, or are you just finishing up work? Is it lunchtime? It's lunchtime there, I suppose. I saw your video preview there of your giveaway. I want that gold piece, buddy. I'm gonna fight you for it. Hopefully I might actually get it. You never know. Will Stalker says he works at home. Awesome. Sucker for Silver says in Tether now, so hoping for a drop to. Okay, yeah. So he's put his money into Tether. So Tether is what we refer to as a stable coin, which is technically fixed to US dollar. So it's currently 99.5 cents. As you can see, there's quite a bit of volume there. 27 billion is actually almost this matching volume to Bitcoin. And so interesting, he's waiting for a lower price. Stacking Storm to live. Silver Limey 79. Mod me. Are you going to mod me on your channel? Stacking Stormtrooper. Don't give him power, apparently. Sorry, my mod has overruled me on that one. I bought some. And besides, you're leaving now, so I'm going to make you a mod, and then you're off, and then see you later. Walt Stoggy says he bought some XRP. Well, I think it's pretty good value at the minute. There we go. Coinbase has just started selling Chainlink. Wow. Maybe that's why I took a dump as well, because whenever new coins come on Coinbase, they always take a drop. But we'll have to wait and see for that one. So, okay, so Bitcoin is pulling up. It's 10.4 currently, but we need to see more volume currently coming to the market. So we'll see how that goes. We've got Health Babe. Health Babe, morning, afternoon, and evening. Well, I hope the same. Well, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Wilson, because I had to bribe him some Silver Troop. Silver Limey 79 wrench me, and together we will rule the galaxy. Yes, I'll mod you back. Yeah, well, what about? I mean, you're leaving now, though. I'm gonna mod you, and then what? When will I see you again? If I mod you, I expect my mods to be in the chat. It just makes sense. There's no point having mods that aren't even that aren't even here. I'm obviously not asking to be permanently here, but sorry, obviously looking at something else. Okay, so just to recap again, we got silver currently priced wrench me. Okay, no, I'm still waiting for that to come up. So silver currently priced at $15.19. It is having a bit of a pullback. It did drop down as low as 15.12. It opened at 15.29. It went as high as 15.31. If you guys saw my community post, I showed gold in the red and silver in the green, which for me has only happened. It hasn't happened many times, because normally when gold is down, silver's automatically down. So on Friday, gold was down. Silver ended up in the green. It might have been up 1 or 2 cents, but you know what the heck. You know, for just to see that difference, because everyone's saying, obviously, in regards to that silver, obviously, look, the volatility is still there. I don't disagree with that, but I'm just saying it was just rare to see that difference, seeing gold in the red and seeing silver in the green. Because normally, whenever gold's in the red, silver's in the red, and you tend to see more of a loss in silver. So, and this morning as well, it was up about 3 cents in the green. So it was great to see that, just to wind some people up. Health Babe, I am shorting gold. I'm not surprised. Have you seen this downtrend? If you have a look at this downtrend, and that's what I saw yesterday when we were looking at, where are we now? There we go. Okay, this is on the daily now. So we've got 26th of June. So I think was that Thursday, the 26th of June. Let's have a look. 26th of June was a Wednesday. So on Wednesday, this is pretty much what happened from Wednesday. Sell off on Wednesday. Thursday, pretty much majority a sell off. However, there was a bit of a comeback with some green, and then Friday in the red, Monday in the red. I mean, that doesn't paint a pretty picture, but I mean, I reckon it's going to be short term now, because it's trying to find a support level. How long are you shorting gold for? Stacking Stormtrooper says, Silver Limey, okay, good point. Well, we'll stacker, I'll get you. All right, all take care, and good luck tomorrow, Limey. I know, I'm crossing my fingers, man. Hopefully, I doubt I'll be up at that time, but I'll definitely watch the replay in the morning. Thanks, Stacking Stormtrooper. But look, if you're going to drop back in, and then we'll see what we'll do. Health Babe says, take a look at the 1 week chart, and it will be more visible. Thank you very much. Something I don't really look at too much is the 1 week. So let's take a look at the 1 week. Right. Well, okay, yeah. Obviously, there's an overbought signal over here. I don't dispute that. But what about levels of support, Health Babe? I suppose we're going back 5 years. I mean, what's your opinion, Health Babe? Do you think support from 5 years ago is relevant now? I mean, I know when everyone looks at their charts, they're always like, "Oh, let's scroll through and check when the last support level was from, like, 3 years ago or something like that." I'm like, well, I'm sure circumstances have changed a lot, but I mean, if there's based on really old support. I don't think you can really show it, but you know, it's looking overbought. Healthbase says bubble is bursting. Like what I said last week, bubbles never have a soft landing. Click the one day. I mean, I don't doubt it. I do see a downtrend. What do you where do you see the pullback on gold, Healthbed? Well, so because I wonder when those new Germanias you showed me are coming out. Now I want them. They're supposed to be coming out in July. It should tell you when you go in there. It'll tell you when the release date is. If you go to the series 2019 or something, the series, it's the one next to it. The first one you selected on. It'll then tell you when the release date of those is. Okay, it's below 1390. I got into an IE. I bought into an IEO, initial exchange offering, Health Babe, that opened today. It was for Wirex. Wirex bringing out their own token. It's only available on one exchange currently at the minute, and that's OKEX. But I bought them for a cent, so I've got a bit of a bag. I've got a bit of a bag full. So they've I think the last time I checked, they've doubled in value, which is interesting. So it's definitely helping my situation in regards to my crypto at the minute to have a bag of that stuff. It looks to me like traders are moving back to USD and stick market. I expect to hold at 1380 as a support, but not sure how long it will last for. Yeah, I suppose, you know, with anything, if it's staying range bound for that sort of length of time, then it's either going to break down or it's obviously going to break up. So I suppose depending on market conditions and what is happening in the market, I suppose that's probably a closer thing we need to take a look at, is to see what potential news out there which can impact our precious metals this week. Health Babe says right on. Typo stock instead of stick. Sorry, I don't know why. I should have picked that up straight away, but yeah, I saw that as well. There's a fair few people. There's a fair few people listening as well. So thanks very much for listening. I'm going to take a look at. Okay, we had a look at platinum. Okay, yeah, let's look at the 4 hourly there. Yeah, 1383. Do you reckon you'll probably get a pullback, a little bit of a small pullback down to 1383? I suppose it's probably more realistic to see a pullback rather than an upside. However, I suppose we're on the 50-day moving average. It's 1394, so we're not far away from that. And it did try and push that and then sold back down again. Say 1388, 1390 doesn't seem like a bad level. Just looking at what's being bought. Not much selling in that level, with the exception of there. Let's have a look. Health Babe. She says bubble burst will usually go back to its starting point or even lower. As I learned in the past, BTC swing from last week was another great example. I know what you mean. Cheap as out, that was a wind up for me. Just watching it on the weekend, I was like, it's got to maintain the level. Looking at it, I mean, I looked at the charts and I was like, you know, the feedback out there as well that was saying, you know, I just felt like I probably, you know, I mean, the price I bought my Bitcoin for, I'm in profit at the minute anyway. I've still got plenty to spare. So But obviously, it's always nice when you do take profit. The volume in gold, it was huge this morning. Yeah, that's probably because they were selling it. There's too much selling around here. Yeah, I reckon that 1510 mark, if we can, settle in about 1510, and I think that's pretty much where that fell down to, is in that level there. That looks like a good level of support. Below that is that level there, which I think is very good. And that's about 1498. So hopefully we can maintain the 1510, build up enough momentum, and then hopefully try and rebound. Health Babe says, big short. That's why I never like to chase any hype. Yeah, I know what you mean. I totally agree. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the gold chart now. We'll see what there's the 4 hourly. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, there we go. There's gold on the 1 hour. Interesting buying though. Look at that. It went down as low as that, and it slowly built up again, and it sold off. 13. What did I say about 1380? Yeah, there you go. We're under those moving averages. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one. You have missed Sal's live stream yesterday. I was his guest, but I ended up to an interview Sal in his live stream instead. Wow, that sounds like fun, Health Babe, but I did miss it. I went to bed early. I was quite tired. Health Babe, Will Stalker, NOP. We got Health Babe, Will Stalker. I should charge him with Ethereum. Did you have a look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin level currently? It was up. I don't know if it's still up, but earlier on it was up, I think, by about 3 or 4%. So was the majority of the altcoins. In fact, it should be up based on that. Definitely worth checking that out. Sorry, I want to get out of this. Right, okay, so we'll take a closer look at platinum. Okay, there we go. There's the 1 hour chart. So that was the initial pullback. So in last week's videos, I've been always saying that whenever it's always gone up, there's always been a sell-off. And we've seen this gradual build. Well, it's currently in a fairly good level to go up here. I think based on those sort of selling, I think there's actually not a bad level of support there. It's 50-50 really. Worst case scenario, if it breaks that level there, there's literally nothing to take it to bring it back down, or nothing to support it. So we could see a Healthby says, like we talked about last week, I expect Bitcoin to trade around the mid 10,000 level. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's going to maintain that 10.5 until there's enough build up. I mean, to me, Bitcoin still looks. I mean, it's still a bullish looking chart despite the setbacks this week. It's interesting. I said, considering that how decentralized Bitcoin is, and that it can still be heavily manipulated. And all it took was someone to go offload like 33,000 Bitcoins, and then it created this flipping havoc that we're seeing right now. People are unsure what, to me, just looking at the chart, it's almost like people, they're like, let's rather sell now just to get, let's rather take that little bit of profit. Nobody wants to, currently at the minute, no one's willing to give it that sort of uptake. So we could be seeing a lower downtrend. So you could well be right. I certainly wouldn't want to see Bitcoin below 10K, but yeah, 10.5 makes sense. Series is about silver. It's about all precious metals, including some crypto. Right. Okay, so we got gold currently hovering around the $1,388 level. That's currently where it is now. This is on the 1 hourly. Platinum's I was going to say the winner, but obviously clearly we could be seeing it's down to 834 now. It's down $2. Keep an eye on that one. Palladium's the one that's in the green, up $35. So Palladium still looking quite good. It'd be nice to see it above us, back up over 1,600. Here we got South Texas Picker. How are you doing, South Texas? I know, Lamy, you missed the first part of that serious discussion. Okay, it looks like I did. Hang on. Lamy, can I use those new Germanias you showed me in my series about investment coins? Absolutely. The information's there, man. Go for it. How was STP doing today? I suppose it's about lunchtime there, is it? Health Babe says I learned news about Ethereum 2.0. They're trying to improve the scalability. I heard there was a scalability issue there with Ethereum, and they're sort of updating it as such. However, they have many competitors, I suspect. It's on slow mode. Oh, God. Hello, HB, Limey, and Will Stalker. How are you doing today, South Texas Picker? What do you think of the precious metals movement today? Sorry, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back right now. Silver Limey, it's kind of funny to see gold goes down while some of my gold stocks go up. Yeah, apparently, there was a piece of news on Kitco. I don't know if you watch Kitco News. I post there occasionally. I put some of their posts on the community thread, but they were talking about gold stocks. Well, people making money on gold stocks versus physical. So yeah, you're probably right about that. South Texas Picker says at lunch, I'm well, thank you. Minor correction. Have a great day. Yeah, and yourself there, STP. But thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you can drop in a bit later. But Robbie Nationalist. Hey, hey Robbie, how are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day there. How are things down your side? Okay, so we've seen there's a pullback here on silver, currently priced at 15.16. Okay, let's zoom in on that. Let's go check it on the hourly. Okay, 15.16. Almost 15.14 there. 15.15. Oh, 15.14. Okay, we're literally seeing silver drop now. Okay, it's currently down almost 4 cents. Yeah, man, that's why I allocate cash in gold stocks as well, since I am bullish on gold for long term. Okay, cool. Mellow Stacker, I'm very well, man. How are you doing? How are things? How are things on your side? Woolstalker says, STP, thanks for commenting on my vid earlier. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's probably, I mean, I haven't looked at silver stocks, but probably silver mining stocks are probably the same. Health Babe. There's a bit of money to be made there. Okay, silver is, okay, it looks like it's been bought back. Buyers and sellers are battling out here. This is very interesting. We're down to 15.15, 15.14 in that sort of level. We're going to check gold now as well and see if there's even a bigger drop in gold now. Okay, so we're at 13.85, 13.86 for gold. $13.86, $13.85. Check platinum as well. We should see across the metals across the board here. Okay, platinum's 833, 832. So there's definitely 15.16, 15.17. Silver 15.15 currently. We've got 44 seconds left for the candle, and then we're going to be starting. We'll start a new candle, and we'll see if that's more than likely. I suspect it's going to be red. Let's have a look. Melislex says I'm good as long as metal prices stay low. Well, I don't think you're doing too badly there based on this. We're watching silver now, down 3 cents. Health Babe, Silver Limey 79. Not sure, as I have to put my cash into silver miners. It's true, I suppose. If you're going to put the same amount of money, I mean, if it's like taking gold and silver shares and going, well, they're both 1-to-1. Okay, probably silver shares are you'll probably get more for your buck. But if you've got 500 euros, you're either putting 500 euros into silver mining shares, or you're putting 500 euros into gold mining shares. Obviously, gold naturally would appreciate faster than silver is, obviously based on its value. So you're probably better off putting that 500 euros into gold shares, I suspect. Not that I'm telling anybody to do that, just keep that in mind. And there is a disclaimer in the description if you want to check that out. Okay, so we are having a bit of an adjustment. Oh, maybe not. Yes. Okay, it's in the green for the new candle. I think I said initially I was going to see a red one. We'll have to see how this goes. 15.16 for silver. Gold, it's up marginally 50 cents in the last hour. Green candle is forming. 13.87. Got 15.16. Healthbase says based on the current gold day trend, it might not hold at 13.80 today. I don't know. It's I mean, look, I suppose we still have plenty of time still for that to adjust. But it all depends on whether it's going to move above 13.90. If it's above 13.90, I'd say probably likely it will stay up on that level. But however, if it's below 13.90, I would probably see a move down. Sucker for silver says, hi, Health Babe. Enjoyed your chat with Sal. Awesome. It is based on the gold. Okay, cool. Okay, so silver dropped as low as 15.14 there on this candle. You still got 57 minutes to go, so we're definitely keeping an eye on that. See if there's any further move on retracement for platinum. 831 for platinum. It's down on, it's about $1 down. Palladium probably still pretty strong. Yep, 15.49, and it's up $11. Sort of big one there. There's only a couple of dollars, but still. Okay, but there is a bit of a green candle forming here. 1387. It's currently its highest level so far in this for this candle. Silver, World Talker says silver needs to drop into my pocket. Are we seeing lower lows? Well, I think based on that 1510, if it breaks that 1510 level, it's going below 15. That's for sure. So if it stays where it is now, that's fine. It can stay there. Oh, 1514. There's still some selling pressure. Okay, let's have a look. BTC 10,200. One heck of a downtrend. What kind is your dog? I've got a Dachshund and a Jack Russell. Those were the donkeys there. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was that 9.9 level that it broke through. 9.982, and then it back up. Jeepers, this is going to be tight. Okay. Oh, babe, the volume in COMEX for physical is low, while it's very high in the New York Stock Exchange. That's interesting. I wonder if that's what caused this sort of spike earlier this morning in regards to what was happening with silver. Okay, silver 15.15 still. Gold is currently 13.87 with a green candle. It's going to go either way, whether red or green currently for silver. $15.14. Well, back up to $15.16. Healthpeep says more than 2 million contracts have been sold off since this morning through New York Stock Exchange. Wow, that's a very interesting. Bill J hasn't been on in a few days. Worried about the old fella. Wow, okay, that's very unusual. He's normally live streaming every day. Okay, we'll have to check and see. Hopefully we'll know in the next hour. Why is slow mode on? That's interesting. So I just noticed that slow mode is on. Do you think? Okay, so silver at 15.15. Okay, 1386. 1386 for gold currently. See how platinum is. Platinum 832, 833 level. Palladium, we know that story there. 1547, so it is pulling back a little bit. Okay, so for the 15. 15.15 silver wise. That's what's happening there. Jonathan. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Hi, can you hey Jonathan, how you keeping, bud? 1386 on my side. Okay, so it is there. Tucker Silver says Donkey's getting wild today. There's probably a lot of people moving outside there. Let's check. Okay, XRP. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got trading averages here. Sorry, Jonathan, the chat just wanted to have a look at XRP. There's your trading averages there, Jonathan. So we bring that up so it's nice and clear there. Currently 39.86 cents. Trading averages we got from the 20 days all the way to the 50-day. So the last 20 days average of 41, 30 days 41.8, 40 days 42.2 or 42.3, and the last 50 days 42.6. So thereabouts. We'll probably just see sideways momentum here. We'll have to keep an eye on that though. Okay, a couple of green candles forming on Bitcoin here, BTC. 10,342. We've got 50 minutes left on the candle there. Ethereum, let's have a look, 284. 284. That looks oversold. Jonathan says, fine, thanks. Okay, super. Did you have a look through that XRP chart that I showed you there, Jonathan? Dollar is bouncing back up big time today. I wouldn't be, that's probably got an adverse effect there on precious metals. Bond market is selling off too. Wow, because Trump is in North Korea. I thought he was only there for like a brief stint. Will Stalker, is he there for the day or? Let's check some news. Let's see what news we got here. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, let's go BTC rather. India's largest crypto exchange succumbs to harsh Bitcoin is disintegrating, yielding to liquidation pressure. There we go. That's a bit of interesting news. We'll definitely check that one. Litecoin analysis. The LTC plunges to the bottom, but bullish signs ahead. Bitcoin continues to rally as a number of unique addresses, transaction values rocket to the moon. That's interesting. Right, so let's just have a quick look at this one. Okay. He's probably had a camp out and a barbecue. I'm not sure how to correlate his move with any market. Right, here we go. Let's check this out. That's interesting. It says it's up there, only slightly. It says XRP. Must be running off a different exchange. Bitcoin is down 7.5%. Critics say Bitcoin's prone to manipulation, citing unattractive volatility. Yeah, based on that massive dump, I'm not surprised. Fronting transparency and trustlessness, devoid of intermediaries, Bitcoin is a success with ultra-high security. The network is robust. Therefore, despite recent blips, BTC is fundamentally bullish. Traders also fine-tune entries in smaller timeframes, as it appears that the price may slip to 9,500 in the days ahead. Fundamentals: cryptocurrencies, as we know, are here to stay in a race favoring the fittest. Bitcoin is the battle-tested and is likely to weather future storms it did in the past, and is ready to squash any resistance in the days ahead. That's albeit the divided community. After all, Bitcoin is only but a child, the world's most valuable asset in 11 years. Within the short time, it has caused jitters in the world financial market. To the extrovert, Bitcoin is an avant-garde asset that will disrupt the status quo. Its technology, they argue, will underpin the decentralized global economy thanks to its systematic stability. Even so, there are concerns. Bitcoin is a necessary product born with the express purpose of making the world more transparent. That's essentially what created Bitcoin to begin with, was the 2008 financial crisis. Imperiled economies suffering from hyperinflation found refuge in Bitcoin, and so did those under pressure from external forces as economic sanctions. Nonetheless, the critics are in the view of transparency and trust are missing pillars that are currently missing. What they trust are missing pillars that are currently missing, and inherently transparent funds are wary of transacting. Meanwhile, the United States dollar Tether is emerging to a tool for the market manipulators plagued by scandals. Bitfinex and USDT issuers are under the same parent company. Critics now say USDT is used to manipulate Bitcoin price, linking price volatility of the last few weeks with USDT minting. Yeah, essentially they were saying that because there was more being minted US dollar tether-wise, that it pushed the price up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't look good. Very promising. Bitcoin does not look very promising per its implementation, in my view. Maybe we can have a crypto discussion in the next live stream. Be very interesting, wouldn't it? Let's have a look here. So checking the chat here. Dollar is bouncing back. Yep, bonds because it's Trump. He probably had ghost stories with the game. Will Stalker says he's got XRP. Right. Need to start issuing digital currency. This is another thing I came across here. Okay, this was 23 minutes ago. It says the Bank of International Settlements chief Augustin Carstens was recently speaking on central banks issuing their own respective digital currencies. Central banks may need to issue digital currencies based on their national fiat currency. The chief of the Bank for International Settlements, Augustin Carsten, believes the global central banks will likely soon need to issue their own digital currency. Augustin Carsten was speaking with the UK's Financial Times, and he is very much supporting global central banks' efforts to conduct research and push for development in digital currencies based on the national fiat currencies. He stated that a number of the central banks are engaged in such work, and we're working on it, supporting them, adding that the arrival of such products might just be around the corner if there's growing evidence of demand from the public. Well, clearly there is. And there we go. I just put a little excerpt from there. It says it might be sooner than we think. Ethereum market rebounding from 280 to support, testing the 10K to be the downside as bears hunt for bigger losses. That's interesting. Okay, let's take a look at some precious metals. Health Babe says indeed. Right, okay, let's look at, go back to the silver chart. Okay, let's see what news there is. Okay, gold prices slide below 1,400. silver markets form a neutral candle. Right, and we'll start off with the gold one. Okay, so here we go. Gold price is slightly below $1,400 as Trump's Z agreement dampens safe haven demand. Okay, there we go then. Gold prices fell to a one-week low on Monday, dropping below 1,400. Yeah, so I think probably based on that, Health Babe, I reckon probably gold's headed towards the 1,380 level. Dampening demand for the safe haven precious metal. Spot gold slid $16.48, or 1.2%, while the gold futures for August delivery on COMEX division of the New York Mercantile Exchange slumped $17 to $1,395 a troy ounce. The US and China agreed to restart trade talks after US Donald Trump pledged to hold off on the implementation of new tariffs, also ease restriction on tech company Huawei, in order to reduce tensions with Beijing. China, meanwhile, agreed to make unspecified new purchases of US farm products and return to the negotiating table. The pause in the escalating conflict boosted risk appetite, sending global equities higher and dampening demand and appeal of safe haven assets such as gold. Ollie Hansen, head of the commodity strategy of Saxo Bank, said that a correction does not change their view on gold. We view that the latest drop in gold as a healthy correction following 4 weeks of heavy buying. So obviously, again, if we have a look, we're going to have a look at the chart now. Let's look at it on the daily. So we're going to see, obviously, pretty much green. There we go. So that's what he's talking about, is this green area here, all the way up. And now there's obviously a healthy correction coming down. Ethereum to BC ratio looks like at the bottom. It is reactive. I'm not surprised at all for its pullback. I feel sorry for those who bought gold bullion during the short hype. Yeah, I agree, and that's how majority. I mean, I haven't bought any gold, but generally, once things up here, there's got to be some sort of full pullback. So I tend to wait for the pullback, then get in, and then wait for the for it to go back up again. Because if you're buying up here, literally, you're buying at $1,400, let's say $1,430 an ounce. It's already corrected down to 1386. So you've already taken a substantial loss there of around $50 an ounce. I'm not surprised at all for the pull. Okay, yeah, that's what Health Babe said there. Okay, so I'm just going to get back to that article. This strategist said that the reason for the caution as the third quarter kicks off. We view this as a healthy correction, explained in the notes. It's heavy buying. One of them being our belief that the low point in the global growth is still ahead of us, not behind us, he said. On that basis, we view some of the recent headwinds as being temporary and unlikely to trigger a fundamental shift in the short to medium term outlook for gold. Okay, so in other metal trading, silver futures fell 0.4% to 1522 a troy ounce. Palladium futures gained 0.3% to 1,542, while system metal platinum advanced 0.4% to $844. We're not going to look into copper, but there you go. If you guys can have a look there, it's lost 0.3%. Okay, so their short to medium term outlook is it's more than likely going to be slow. Okay, let's look at the silver. Okay, so silver weekly price forecast. This was on the 28th of June. Markets form a neutral candle. Silver market went back and forth during the week, ultimately forming a bit of a sideways candle. That's pretty much what I said to you guys on last week, to see a bit of sideways movement. At this point, we are just above the 50-week EMA, so that's a good sign. But ultimately, I think we are going to go higher anyway. Okay, so they're fairly bullish on this on silver, and even if you look at the chart, and I've said this many times in regards to what is happening with silver, if you have a look at the chart, it's looking pretty healthy. Obviously, we're having a bit of a pullback here, but considering where we've come from here versus this downtrend here, I don't think it's looking bad. I'm not surprised at all for this pullback. It feels okay. Yeah, sorry, I keep saying that. Would you get some gold when it hits below 1300? I probably wouldn't, Health Babe. Although that's probably still when it hits below. Sorry, when it hits below 1300. It depends actually. I've got my funds in something else at the minute, so I haven't got anything spare at the minute. Okay, let's get back here. Okay, so with the Federal Reserve looking likely to cut interest rates going forward, it makes sense that precious metals will continue to gain and the course of the US dollar to fall. So that's another thing to take into consideration, is that obviously we're going to see interest rates starting to come into effect pretty much, I think, was it this month? So we'll probably see a rebound, but probably short-term wise, either trading sideways, like you're saying here, or we'll see a bit of a pullback. Beyond that, we're also certain of the amount of safety when it comes to owning metal. Gold, of course, will lead silver going forward. To the downside, if we were to turn around, the breakpoint below $15 would be a very negative sign. I don't see that happening. And likewise, we've seen a lot of support. There's quite a fair amount of support at that level. And even if we have a look at the next one, which is 1498, there's very good support there as well. So we've got two levels of support in regards to silver there. We'll have a look at the gold charts as well. Health Babe says, I see. I just send you a mail. Please check. Okay, will do, Health Babe. Thanks, Health Babe. No issue there. Let's have a look. So what we do is we ultimately, technically speaking, and from Rick's risk standpoint, it makes sense that the silver markets as well as the gold markets continue to go higher. All that being said, the reality is that the silver futures contracts can be quite expensive and dangerous. Because of this, you may wish to use the CFD markets if you have the ability to, because it will allow you to scale your position accordingly if you do not have the proper trading capital. Interesting there. Let's see if there's anything else. Silver markets again, gold closed 2016. Okay, that's about it. Okay, silver price 15.15 at the minute. Who the F gave Limey the thumbs down? We'll find you. There's always one there. I've noticed even the last few videos, I think someone's constantly giving me the thumbs down. I wouldn't worry about it. It's nothing worth getting yourself upset over. We'll talk and get used to it. Health Babe says there are some idiots in the community not being useful or helpful at all. Graham Stacker, Silver Limey, just subbed this morning to you. Oh, thanks very much, Graham Stacker. Be sure to head up, go take a look at Graham Stacker. I just hit you up with a sub there as well, and notifications are set. So just make sure notifications are set there, and I appreciate the subscription. Thanks, Graham Stacker. Will's talking says no HB. Bird dog time. Oh, excuse me a sec. Okay, so let's check things out. Bless you. Thanks, Health Babe. Robbie Nationalist, a few thumbs up, Limey. Thanks very much. Was it you, Graham? I doubt it was. Help, babe. Oh, sorry, World Stalker. Right. Okay. So we got gold at 1387. Okay, that's on the daily. Platinum still looking good. Okay, still looking okay at 833. Let's have a look here. BTC USD. Okay, 10,200. Okay, 0.398 for XRP, and we've got Ethereum currently at 283. Hopefully we found our bottom there, 283 for Ethereum. Aussie Alchemist. Hey, hi, hey Aussie, how are you doing? Good day, Silver Lammy. Absolutely stuff. 3:30 a.m. Wow, calling it quits detecting for tonight. Wow, man, you metal detect until 3:30 in the morning. That's it. That's impressive. Steve Rice. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Steve Rice, good to see you, man. How were the waves, Aussie? Did you manage to get some interesting pieces, Aussie? Hopefully some nice 92.5% silver. Maybe even a bit of gold. Health Babe says, Silver, let me know. I'm not worried about that either. They did that in my productions for no reason, too. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast. Okay, cool. Gram stack of that donkey. Yeah. Let's have a look and see if there's any other news quick before we finish up here. Oh. Yeah, like that silver medal. Come on, like precious metals. Gold, silver, precious metal miners, more upside ahead. Okay, that was 9 hours ago. Okay, this was 9 hours ago. Don't know exactly sure how relevant that is, but let's take a look. Okay, we got this article from Brian Fletcher. This is posted today. Gold, silver, and precious metals miners, more upside ahead. Summary, gold is broken out. I just want to make sure the date's correct. It says apparently here gold's broken out, but looking at the chart, it doesn't say that. I don't know if he's talking about last week, maybe. But silver miners, gold is broken out, but silver miners are severely lagging, and have not yet joined the party upside. Is this guy in the same time frame as we are? Oh dear. Aussie Alchemist. Hi, silver, miss gold. Maybe you can go in front of the donkey and say meow. See if the donkey will talk back to you. Make sure that you expose. Oh, I'm not even going to read this article. Sorry. There goes that one. Okay, silver currently at 15.15. Okay, let's have a look. Gold there at 13.85. 13.85. Same time, different year. HP, he will probably get a donkey bites on his forehead. Who, me? Now the whole world stalker. Yeah, the donkeys here are quite sweet. Has anyone got any news or anything in relation to precious metals before we close off? AUD, please. Do you want to see silver or gold there, Ozzy? Just check with me there. The dollar remains strong at the moment. Yeah, there you go. Okay, silver Australian dollar. I'll send that biting donkey after the thumb downer. Okay, silver to Australian dollars, 21 Australian dollars, 21.7 per troy ounce. It's currently down 1 cent. And there's some ideas here just telling you there. Break of structure. Oh, it's 30th of April. I don't know why they have these old ones up here. It drives me mad because you look at it and you go, what's this? What's going on here? Oh, yeah, break it. And then you look at the date and it's like 2 months ago. Stupid. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at gold, AUD. Jeepers, what is going on? Gold, there we go. Missed it. Steve Rice says, I picked up 60 more ASEs at 150 over spot. Wow, that is a great buy, Steve. Good job, man. How much? What was spot when you paid for those, though? Just out of interest. Health Babe, the gold index on New York Stock Exchange is not moving. Interesting. There we go. So the gold to Australian dollars, 1,991 Australian dollars. It's down 16 Australian dollars. Love that nice blue section there. Oh, they're seeing some kind of reversal there by the looks of it. Gold confirms new bull market. When was this? 29th. Gold Australian dollar confirms new bull market as a new all-time highs reached. Oh, okay, so there's more than likely going to be some pullbacks there. Let's have a look here. Okay, there is a pullback happening now. Cool. Hope it all works out for you. Will Stock says, Lamy, Aussie was telling me that Apex and all those big dealers don't ship to Australia. They can only get from Perth Mint, who is always out of stock because they sell straight to the dealers. Oh man, that sucks. That's interesting. Why wouldn't they ship to Australia? I mean, Australia's, it's an awesome country, and obviously stable in regards to postage. Doesn't make sense why they wouldn't ship out there. Aussie Alchemist was 2050 and Friday's last week. Wow, okay. So there has been a bit of a pullback, about $50 odd there. I did open up. Was it opened up? Market open. That could be a reason why it's not moving. We will see after 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. Okay, I'll keep an eye. I will check it again though. That's not that far away actually. It's about half an hour. Definitely keep an eye on that. Absolutely. Most of eBay doesn't go to Australia either. Again, that's very weird. It doesn't make sense to me. And do you guys have any issues postage-wise in Australia? Okay, I'm just going to do a quick recap. Okay, so gold price currently 1385. Silver, strong candle down, red, 1515. Platinum is 833 and palladium 1547. Well, Bitcoin's heading lower. 10170. Very interesting. We're going to see how this goes. That I'm definitely going to be watching. Look at that, nice correction down. Okay, XRP is probably going to follow, so probably around the 38 cent level. There's good support there. the screen finally comes on. Oh, okay, that's up, oddly enough. Oh, hang on. Nope, it's in the red. I think Ethereum is probably 280 level. 282, yeah, we're getting there. Hopefully it can stick around this level. Saw it on my little globe, 1515, sweet. Yeah. Steve Rice-Limey, have you heard anything about the third CSIN Scrofa yet? I haven't, unfortunately, Steve. It's due out any time, but I can't find any information on it. I haven't come across any information yet, Steve. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'll probably be going live again tomorrow, so if I come across anything, I'll be sure to mention it. And that's pretty much it for today's live stream. So we'll see what happens tonight. So thanks everyone for joining me on the live stream. Hope you guys have a fantastic day wherever you are. We'll be updating the markets again tomorrow, roughly around the same time again. So be sure to set your notifications. I just want to thank the people that are here. So we've got Will Stalker, we've got Graham Stacker, we've got Steve Rice, Health Babe, Aussie Alchemist, and for those listening, thank you very much for listening. So just Robbie Nationalist was another one there. He came in earlier, and that's it. Aussie Alchemist says, "Okay, time for bed. Later, everyone. Cheers, Aussie. Take care, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. So be sure to see you tomorrow around the same sort of time. Have a fantastic day wherever you are, or evening, or morning, as Health Babe says. And I'll see you guys next time.